Some houses don't make noise until they want to be heard. This story comes out of Gary, Indiana, late 2000s. A city where the streetlights flicker, the blocks go quiet too early, and some homes still hold things that never really left. A family moves in. Nothing unusual, just another house trying to survive in a place people forgot. Until one night, at exactly 12:03 a.m., the phone rings. Not a cell phone, and what answers on the other side already knows where they are. This is American Nightmares. Gary, Indiana never really slept. It just went quiet in a way that made you think something was listening. On Jackson Street, the houses stood too far apart, like neighbors that stopped trusting each other years ago. Some were boarded up. Some leaned slightly, as if they were tired of standing. And some, like the Johnsons' house, still held life inside them. Marcus Johnson pulled into the cracked driveway just after 11:30 p.m., headlights cutting through the thin mist that hovered over the street. The engine ticked as it cooled, echoing louder than it should in the stillness. He sat there for a moment, hands still on the steering wheel. Night shifts at the plant had a way of hollowing a man out. The kind of tired that didn't go away with sleep. The kind that settled into your bones. Inside the house, one light was still on. The living room. Denise. She never went to bed until he got home. Marcus stepped out, the cold air biting sharper than expected. Somewhere down the block, a dog barked once, then stopped abruptly. He didn't like that. He walked up the steps, unlocked the door, and stepped inside. "Baby?" Denise's voice came from the couch. "I'm home," he said, locking the door behind him. The TV flickered silently, casting blue light across her face. She looked tired too, but in a different way. Not worn down, worn thin. "You ate?" she asked. "Yeah, you should have gone to bed." Kayla's still up. Right on cue, faint music leaked from upstairs. Some late 2000s R&B track, low but persistent. "And Jalen?" Marcus asked. "In his room. Probably studying or pretending to." Marcus smirked slightly. "That boy studies everything except what he's supposed to." Denise smiled faintly, but it didn't quite reach her eyes. Something felt off. Just stretched, like the house was holding its breath. The phone rang. Not a cell phone, the house phone. Marcus frowned immediately. "Who's calling this late?" Denise looked at the old cordless bass sitting on the side table like it had betrayed her. "We don't even use that thing." It rang again, sharp, loud, out of place. Upstairs, Kayla's music stopped. "I got it," she called. "Kayla, don't." Denise started, but it was too late. The click of the receiver echoed down the stairwell. Silence followed. Then, "Hello?" Kayla's voice. A pause. "Hello?" Another pause. Marcus and Denise exchanged a look. Kayla came down the stairs slowly, phone still in her hand. "Who was it?" Denise asked. Kayla frowned. "Nobody." "What do you mean, nobody?" "I mean, nobody was there," Kayla said. "Just quiet." Marcus took the phone from her, pressed it to his ear. Nothing. No static. No breathing. No line hum. Just absence. He hung it up. "Probably some kid messing around," he said, more to himself than anyone else. Kayla shrugged, already losing interest. Yeah? Well, they need a life. She turned and went back upstairs. Denise didn't move. Marcus, she said quietly, that didn't sound like a prank call. Marcus forced a small chuckle. What's it supposed to sound like? Because she didn't know. 12:03 a.m. Right on time. The phone rang again. This time, nobody rushed to get it. They all heard it. Even Jalen came out of his room, leaning over the upstairs railing. You gonna answer that? He asked. Marcus walked over slowly and picked it up. Hello? Silence. Then, a voice. Flat. Calm. Wrong. You left the door open. Marcus stiffened. What? The line went dead. He turned immediately to the front door. Still locked. He checked it anyway. Deadbolt secure. Handle tight. Nothing out of place. Who was it? Denise asked. Marcus hesitated. Wrong number, he said, but his eyes lingered on the door a second too long. It didn't stop. Every night, 12:03 a.m. Always the same. Always something personal. Why are the lights still on? She shouldn't be awake. He's not supposed to hear me. But it didn't matter. The voice kept coming. Voicemails, blank calls, missed call logs from numbers that didn't exist when dialed back. Jalen started paying attention. Really paying attention. One night during a call, he muted the TV, held his breath, and listened. There was something beneath the voice. Not static, not interference. Movement. Faint. Close. The house started feeling smaller. Not physically, but psychologically. Like every room had a presence that wasn't visible. Kayla stopped playing music at night. Denise started double-checking locks. Marcus started sleeping with a baseball bat beside the bed. Nobody said it out loud, but they were all thinking the same thing. This wasn't outside. 12:03 a.m. The phone rang. But this time, it wasn't just the house phone. Denise's cell lit up. Jalen's phone buzzed. Kayla's phone vibrated upstairs. All at once. Same number. No caller ID. Just blank. Jalen picked up first. Hello? I waited until you noticed. Jalen's stomach dropped. What do you want? He said, trying to sound steady. A pause. Then, you're close now. At that exact moment, a knock. Loud. Sharp. From inside the wall behind him, Jalen spun around. Did you hear that? Kayla shouted from upstairs. Marcus grabbed the bat. Everybody stay where you are. The knock came again. Closer this time, dragging slightly between impacts, like something was moving inside the walls. Morning came too quickly. Nobody slept. Marcus called in sick. He didn't explain why. He just said, something's wrong with the house. He started tearing into the drywall near where the sound came from. Dust filled the air. Old insulation spilled out. Denise stood back, arms wrapped around herself. Marcus. What if? I need to see, he said. He kept going. Hammer, pry bar, cracks widening, until a hollow space opened, narrow, hidden, running along the inside structure of the house. Jalen crouched beside it, shining his foam light inside. It extended deeper than expected. A crawl space. Not on any blueprint. not mentioned by the landlord. Someone could fit in there. Kayla whispered. Marcus didn't answer because he was looking at something else. A wire, old, disconnected. A phone line, and it was warm. They never found a person. No body, no belongings. Nothing that definitively proved someone had been living inside. But things didn't add up. Food went missing, but only small amounts. Doors were locked, but sometimes not how they left them. And the calls stopped. Completely. For 6 days, the house felt normal again. Almost too normal. Kayla was the only one awake, scrolling through her phone, trying to pretend everything was fine. 12:03 a.m. passed. Nothing happened. She exhaled. See, she whispered to herself, it's over. Her phone lit up. Unknown number. She froze. It rang once, then stopped. A voicemail notification appeared. She didn't touch it. Didn't want to. But it started playing anyway. Automatically, the voice came through. Soft. Closer than ever. You fixed the walls. Then, but not the doors. Kayla's breath caught. Somewhere in the house, a faint sound. Not a knock. Not a step. Something softer, like fabric brushing against wood. From inside the walls. Again. The Johnsons moved out 2 weeks later. Didn't tell anyone the full story. Just said the house had issues. The landlord sealed the damaged wall. Repainted everything. Put the house back on the market. New tenants moved in a month later. A young couple. No kids. First night. Everything was quiet. Until... If you ever hear a phone ring in the middle of the night, from a line nobody uses anymore, don't answer it, because whatever's calling might not be outside your house. It might already be inside. If you made it this far, you already know. Some stories don't end when the video does. Subscribe to American Nightmares for more true horror, urban legends, and stories that hit a little too close to home. And before you go, check your walls, just in case.